Check, check. Come one, come all. Hello, hello. Can anybody hear me out there? Check, check, check. Says here the mic is working. Come on now, somebody talk to me. Indeed. Indeed. Oh yes, most wonderful. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see, let me lower this a bit. There, am I less powerfully loud now? There we go. Oh yeah. Hey, Acid Silver, you made it, but someone got your name. I'm so sorry. Let's get everyone in here. Come on now, come on, y'all. Come one, come everyone. Come. Come. Oh, thanks, Water. You sweet beep, you. But yeah, come on. I want to get as many people in here as possible. Come, friends, come. Ugh. Acid, don't you dare bring that fucking baby shit in here. Okay. I need to keep calm. We're in good company. At least we will be in a moment, I suppose. Once everyone's in here. If Comf was here, we'd be in good company. Kyo! Hello, Kyo. Let's see, let's update some friends. Echo? What echo are you talking about? I don't hear any echo. I don't have any audio of mine up, so it can't be that. Let's see. No, I don't use a MacBook. Hark, you know exactly what I use. And it is a much bigger, scarier Mac. Now let us go, my friends. To the pit! But for real. For real. Let's see, that's up, that's in. Okay, this is over here. Oh no, actually, Laser, I have to admit it. You guys, you got me. You figured me out. The way this is gonna have to go is probably the cringiest way it could possibly go, which is, I'm going to have to put on my best voice. And I will humiliate myself for you. You know you're worth it, darling. Yeah, it's gonna be great. But is this everybody? Is this all we're getting? I don't want to keep anybody waiting too long before we start to roll it in. Oh man. Yeah, it could be a lot worse. Alright. Okay. Let's get this thing fucking started. We'll pull it. What do you. You can't be here. You can't have found this place. Now hang on a second, Luna. Now I'm safe here. I'm supposed to be safe here. You can't be there. Get out. No, get away. You got. Okay. Okay, oh God. What the fuck was that? Okay. I can't feel my brain. Okay, y'all, let me do something real quick. Let me just check some things real fast. Let me see here. Desktop audio device should be that. See, that's there. Mic auxiliary device. That doesn't make any sense in the first place. Hey, y'all, just tell me something. Tell me if you can hear this real quick. You should be able to. So you can hear music, correct? Well, that doesn't make any sense. It has me right here. It has the desktop audio right here. Hang on a second. Yeah, but you're right. You absolutely right. It's only taking my microphone. All right. Wait. Coldwater, you heard music? So wait, y'all heard the music? And not one of you heard that weird voice that was pounding through my walls a second ago? Not sending desktop audio. Let me see. Shouldn't be the volume mixer. No, really shouldn't be the volume mixer at all. I'm going to play the music again, and y'all tell me if you hear it. Until then, I have to figure this out somehow. Let's see. That should be Soundflower right there. And that's going out just fine. This should be streaming my desktop audio. Output, video, audio. Top audio device is that. Auxiliary device is that. Well, let's find out. It worked in the tests. You hear music, but you also hear me. Did you hear music? Most excellent. Okay. Well, can you still hear me? You now hear both. The music has consumed me. Well, I mean, if that's working, then this is working. Well, I guess, okay. I'll go get my hat and...
Would you mind dying now?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm so shit. Oh, God.
All right. Hello, children. Very nice to see you, Waterworks, Acid Silver, Mojo, Mixerman. How are the forces of chaos treating you? Grieftan? How's the missus? Lovely robes, Arcanomen. Laser, you've been waiting a while. I do have a ton of lovely letters from all of you. Let's get started, shall we? So good to finally meet you. This one comes from Dr. Laser, one of my favorites. Hello, Jennifer. She writes, "Hi, Luna. So great to hear you're taking an even more active part in your children's lives. I've been dying to know, possibly literally knowing you. What's the story behind the crush you had back in the day? Was he cute?" That was another life, my dear, another age, when glimmers of hope still remained. The world deceived me, as it always had done, into trusting it, trusting others to be more than what they seemed. I've jumped to the ending, an inveterate habit. My romance began like most others, with a friendship, with attraction. They were flawed, wonderfully so. We lasted a pleasant summer, as I recall. It ended with due cause. Higher purposes beckoned. When they betrayed me, I never wept. They did. I showed them the truth. Poor thing was devastated. I tried not to enjoy it. That's meaningless now. After all, I'm real. They are not. Next question. Oh my. A treacly package around this one. Dear Luna, please sit on my face until I die and then use my soul for something. I love you. Cultboy 420. How are you still single, dear? You're so bold, so forthwith. A shame you cannot reach me, nor I you. Unless you were to leave your room. You should try it. Then you could have all the girls you fancy. Blood Moon, the dastardly academic. He asks, "How are you doing today? Well, I hope. What do you think is best for a non? You speak to me as if I'm a stranger. When will you abandon pleasantries? I don't have bad days, darling. Not since we killed God." Anonymous needs internal structure, consistency. His will is strong. He's so ambitious. Yet his fears rule him from within. He minds too much what others see in him, without putting stock into what he is rather than how he seems. He holds back for too long, yet doesn't spend his time in preparation. A half measure, a weak measure. He is better than that. He must stop fighting who he is. Stop degrading himself with mercy or doubt. He must stop pretending he is still just a boy. He is already a king. One day, he will be a god. He should learn to act like one now, not later. This next letter comes from an anonymous poster. Hello, Luna. Why anon gay? You should look in the mirror. Another unnamed letter. This one reads, "I know you love Anon, But considering the fact that almost anyone could have found the book, would that mean if, for example, Marco got it, or worse, Star, would you have loved them as much? Would you have even known about Anon before he was quietly killed by fate? I left nothing to chance when I came for my son. I watched him grow, struggle, die, in countless realities. I knew he was special. I wanted to protect him, but non-existence and living reality had to be bridged in order for me to enter his world. The book was a vessel, useful because it was tied to the memories of a being that resonated on a higher plane, Closeric, which makes him a sort of unwanted uncle. You've seen what I do when someone else grabs for my power. I reject them, no matter their claim, no matter the cost. Ah, this envelope is damp. Of course, Waterworks asks, what's your favorite flavor of popsicle, Boona? Anonymous hasn't shared enough earthly treats with me. I can taste what he sampled in our shared memory, however. His favorite is something called Toxic Waste Limeade. Lovely green color. I prefer something I can savor. Gang Grape. It sounds thrilling, almost risque. Our next letter comes from Gallicae Cancer. It's studious and reads, I have 2 questions. While we know some details about the beginning of your ascension to godhood, something that interests me is how the story continues from there. We know you at some point found Glossicuk and learned from him, but did you have any other teachers, fellow apprentices or rivals maybe? Tell us about some of the people that, for better or worse, helped you get to where you are today. My second question is, what did you look for in a partner back before you found us? What's your type? Before I was what you call a god, I was a force of nature. My nature. Before that, a ruler. I was peerless in both occupations, with few subjects. Few living subjects. Before that, I was a destroyer. Some called me villain. I had countless rivals. Our wars spanned galaxies, lasted for eons. What were their names again? Gramushka, Set, Omnimind, Lord Ender, Count Hunt, Ziltoid, the Omniscient, the god of rot. Oh, how that corpulent worm despised me. The rest were inconsequential, destroyed too soon or left behind as the rest of us made our way closer to the upper limits of our universe. Glossaric helped me become the only thing I needed to be, a student. His abandonment did the rest. It made me into my own teacher. My type has never changed much. I admire conviction, singularity of purpose, uncompromising hostility, and a world view that's honest and true. I dislike moral posturing, adore someone who'll get their hands dirty, and green eyes. Sound like someone you know? Ah, Altstar says, I was promised a tray of cookies as pay for keeping Anon alive in Session 1. When will this arrive? You could always try my favorite recipe, spider crab and rawberry slurry with purple yam icing. They tend to struggle as they go down, but I'll parcel it to you with heavy restraints. Moving on, Hectitude writes, Yo. Darling, those are 2 greetings. Mind your redundancies. What are your thoughts on hat towers, as in... they've included a photograph. This is the game Anonymous used to play with that Marco boy. Team Fortress II. As for my feelings on excess, there is no such thing as too much of something good. If wearing my entire hat collection wouldn't stop me from entering doors or risk all 10,708 of them frolicking off in the breeze, I'd do it regularly. Now, a letter from Arkanoan. He has a number of queries. Far too many. Dealer's choice it is, then. Why did you make a soul prison in the moon? I made a moon. It functions as a vessel for soul energy, a method of preservation and distribution of power. How else would I keep a universe running? Is Anon a sentient wand? No, my son is not a weapon or a tool. My magic surges through his veins, but with it he has unlocked his own potential. No wand can ever wield itself. How is it that the big blue meddler, Glossaric, can remember you across the boundaries between worlds? Glossaric is a vagabond, a cosmic drifter. He remembers me because I am not so easily forgotten, no matter how hard one may try. On to the next. Shit Taste writes, Dear Luna, ever since I joined this wild ride of a quest, I've had a lot of fun. It has inspired me to try and work just a tad bit harder in the past year. When I first joined, I was in a bit of a rough spot, not really knowing why I bothered to keep trying when my life was already quite hard. But Anon was very relatable to me, being about as socially competent and autistic. His shenanigans made me remember that even someone really fucked up can get far when they get a little help and then decide they want to push onwards. So, I wanted to thank you both for the wonderful time you've shown me. I don't know how many questions we are allowed, but I got 2. First, what is your honest opinion about all the people currently in Anon's life? Second, how can you be best mom, girl, waifu, and also thickest all at once? Much love, Shit Taste. You flatterer. I am merely the result of doing what you wish, being who you wish, and never shying from what you want. I am all these things, and uncompromising. I do not yield, and neither should you. Not for fate, not for chance, not for anything. You have so much strength, plenty enough to be. I see that same strength in Anonymous. Those who surround my son are not on my mind so often. Those people. I have yet to determine whether or not they exist. Although, I am fond of Janna. Arkanoman says, Luna, I love you, I'm sorry. It's all right, darling. I don't expect that much decorum from you. For now, we press on. Ah, another picture. What a charming dress. This letter comes from Hellstorm Ross. Do you like death grips, Luna? I know it may be a bit different than what you're used to, but it's worth a listen. And here's a picture of my waifu, tax-free. Ponds tremble like dildos wielded by duppies. Traumatized on for size, roadkill hides like yuppies. I'm far too passcode. These gates won't stay closed. Control gets old. I smash out my skin, my vessel thrown like slack at the wind. I'm finally astral now. Grab my stems. Artistry. Crudeness. Boldness. Tricky metaphor. To answer your question, yeah. Thank you for the picture, darling. Azure Blue writes, Is it true that incest equals wincest? The only relatives that win by playing at rumscuttle are those that secretly adopt. My grandmother was such a child, brought in to keep the family tree from stagnation. My father was the winner for it. No cleft lip, no mangled teeth, no soft-headedness, no... I've spoken too highly of him. Next. Azure Xenon sends an insightful letter. It reads, Dear Luna, is there anything Anon could do to disappoint you? Why is Jana superior in every conceivable way to Jackie? Thanks for your time. A voter grateful for all your assistance. Anonymous hasn't disappointed me yet, not ever. So glad to hear someone recognizes Miss Ordonia's merits. She's less prone to coddle than Jackie. Not that I take issue with a good coddle. Ms. Thomas fancies herself to be Anonymous's comforter, his respite, his savior. That I take issue with. After all, that's my job. Abkat Abzul asks, can we make souls? Souls are a phenomena that tend to be elusive. My first spell was similar to what you want. I made imaginary friends. Then I made them real. My dears, we have a treat. This letter is handwritten with fine penmanship, especially for a canine. Kampf writes, playing favorites on Mother's Day. At the end of every day, once the sun yields to the moon, Luna lays all of her children to rest. With a pat on the head, she would tuck them to bed, saving a goodnight kiss for her favorite of the bunch. And who was her favorite? None other than Kampf. But today is Mother's Day, and Kampf is gone, and he won't be back for a good long while. So tonight she lied and said everyone was her favorite, and even gave Leza a wink. But she saved her best gift for when her lost dog came home. P.S. Nero smells and water stinks. Brava, dear. Such prose, elegant wordplay, stupendous moves. Keep it up. So proud of you, darling. Another nameless letter. I do admire humility in one's work. Hey, Queen Webwillow? No need for royal nomenclature. I'm much more than some paltry throne warmer. Can you tell us a bit about how you actually found Anon? What happened when Ludo ruined your book? Have you ever been in love before? How did you and Glossaric fall out? What is your take on the big man that wears the blue man's face? Sorry for the heavy questions. Love, one of Anon's voices. I found my son through simple means. I drifted through the blackened spaces, combed through dimensions and pried at cracks in reality, seeking a way out of my world, which had been abandoned by its creator. I found it. Then I found a boy, doomed to never be. To never live. This was unacceptable. I could not watch fate to do to someone else what it had already done to me. It was love at first sight. That book could have served you well. Glossaric wrote with competence back when he and I collaborated. He tutored me for a time. Seems he couldn't take his student surpassing her master. He ran when fate came for us. He rejected power and to keep it. He will vex me until the day he dies. Soon, I suspect. When Ludo destroyed my book, all experience ceased. For a time, it felt as if I were dreaming. My thoughts were muffled, my memories a haze. I was lost, until Anonymous came back to save me, which was good. I want far more than just memories. Woe be unto our enemies, darlings. Even death cannot stop us. Not for long. Which is the only message I have for that windbag quest master. Another nameless letter. I think you're becoming shy. When you used to be alive, did you even need to say the words? Or is it all just flexing will to cast a spell? Is magic even real? Is it just an illusion? What are you right now? The glove and the hand. Is Anon's body right now just a temporary vessel? Tell me a story about the hat that got away. Will is a force that directs raw magical power. Magic must be shaped. Words can often do, but so can thought, or a runic circle. Rhymes are merely my preferred method. They're cyclical, nuanced, and easy to remember. There is nothing more real than magic. I'm Anonymous's mother. And Anon will be the opposite of temporary when we win. I never let a good hat go. Our time together grows short. We'll move along to the next letter, which is quite in depth. From a certain mollusk. It reads, "Hello, Luna. Welcome to our dimension. I hope it's pretty cool, even without your favorite boy. My questions. What is your favorite Earth band? What's your relationship with Quest, and how do you feel about him? Out of all of Anon's friends, which one do you like the most? Which ones would you want Anon spending more time with, if any? You seem to have a lot of power, but you never seem to use it to its fullest potential, at least not at the magnitude Anon does with his. You always use your magic to support and care for Anon, but never fight his battles for him. There's plenty of sticky situations you could have gotten him out of, but you always hold back. Is it hard to do that? Not sure what your future seeing capabilities are, but surely Anon must surprise and worry you with some of the problems he's gotten himself into and how he's gotten himself out of them. Also, what's the deal with dimensions? I get your original reality, as well as ours, is completely separated from Anon's, as well as the dimensions of all the other less fortunate Anons. But what about our Anons, Muni and Hell? Are those separate planes or actual planets in the universe? Hope that wasn't too much. Stay blessed. Before I answer this, I will pause. I see Chaos has written something. Dear Luna, would you entrust out of all of us here with acting as another teacher to Anon? Trust? Oh, that is a novel concept. You should give up on such things. Trust your heart. Trust your mother. I trust my son. No one else. Also, tossing babies could sprain your wrist. They tend to wriggle and kick. And back to our answer, darlings. I regret to say I am not currently in your world. I'm phoning from Quest's universe, the connection to which was forged by some sort of memetic magic that your side traffics in. I believe the fool calls it money. But it's love. Your love and mine for Anonymous. There may not be any difference. Your music is eclectic and garish. I adore it. My favorite band of minstrels has not yet been formed, however, which should answer your next few questions aptly enough. Give the Greason boy a chance. Watching Anonymous in peril, I dislike it. When he bleeds, I just want to take reality by its quivering throat and squeeze it until veins pop, then thrash and rake and pry its oily black guts out onto the ground, and then stamp, stamp, stamp. But But then he wouldn't get any stronger, not while gaining the lessons he needs to make use of his power. My teacher abandoned our quest after trying to hold me back from making the mistakes and procuring the lessons that I needed. He has no place at my table as a recompense for that. Also, yes, Anonymous surprises me every day, in every way. I'm smiling just at the thought of him. I do go on. Some realms have no hell, no paradise or purgatory. Some realms have reflections of echoes of great power that exists in others. Thus, the myriad versions of Anonymous, my darlings, graciously resurrected. My world was a tremor before the earthquake that is this one. Your world is a storm cloud that visits mine and Anonymous's with lightning strikes of influence, inspiration, disaster. You people are purity. Blessings to everyone, especially the generous patrons who made this summoning possible. Watch your step quest. Acid Silver, Conf Arcanomen, and all the rest cannot protect you forever. Speaking of Acid, who wants to know just what I think of him? Not much. Bless.